Hello and welcome to Buildings of Tomorrow. My name is Jon Lester, and in today's episode we'll be talking about rules and analytics on a global scale. I'm joined today by Tyson Soutter, a Global Business Development Manager for Digitalisation at Siemens Smart Infrastructure. Tyson, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, John.
Give us an idea of some of these rules and this approach for data analytics when we talk about the globe.
So there's a scalability issue when you start talking about delivering services across a huge and really different approach to in each region. So being able to understand, okay, this region has a certain type of equipment. It has different requirements for standards. It has different requirements for levels of maintenance. But then also, even in each building type. So an office building has a vastly different weighting system of importance to an industrial plant or a healthcare facility or a data center. So really is saying, okay, how can we make something that works in all these environments, but is flexible enough to be modified at each one of those levels?
So we have to have a consistency in approach so that we can handle the vast scale, all these different regions, all these different building types, so much data that we can collect now. But it also has to be tailored and the ability to make that flexible approach depending on that application.
Yeah, so we personally have a global community that work very closely together to be able to say, how can we solve these problems and share that wealth of information, but also have it so certain variables or certain attributes can be modified to suit my building. So every production center is going to have different requirements or different operational expected values. So with this scalable but flexible approach, we can put power into the individual's hands at the site, but also guarantee consistency across a large global community.
It's a challenge. How do we do it? How do we achieve this?
So it's all about saying, here's the framework of how we expect things to be made. We have constant communication, collaboration between all the regions, and say, here's the key people that can keep an eye on things and say, guide people, teach people on how to do it. And then be flexible enough to say, okay, we see that there's a use case here. Let's not have to send it all the way back to make a new product or develop a new software release. Let's put the power into the highly skilled peoples within the region so they can make the changes and solve the problem for their environment.
So solve the big problems, the collection, the understanding, the interactions, the ability to integrate all of these different parts of the things, but ensure that the people with the expertise within the region or the type of facility or the building use case can make the changes and make the connections they need to make.
Yeah, empower the individuals so that they can really solve problems, but also make sure that it's usable for everybody.
And this again comes back to a topic that we've spoken about on this show before, which is data analytics without experts, without people involved, doesn't solve anything. So you have to ensure that there is the scope for people to add their flavor, add their knowledge, and add their experience to get real benefits from it.
Exactly, and as long as you've got that framework in place, you can really do it at scale.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
And thank you all for joining us here on Buildings of Tomorrow. Please like, share, and comment on this episode, and also ensure to subscribe to us here on this channel. We'll see you again soon.